In this video, I will be discussing 12, however you do 12. Anyway, discussing 12 tips on staying sober during the holidays. So stick around, guys. Hey everybody, and welcome to Position Recovery. My name is Jeremy Grogan with Position Studios, Position Recovery. If this is your first time here, please consider subscribing to the channel and don't forget to enable notifications, click the bell icon and select all from the menu. Also, if you appreciate the content I provide and think I do a good job, please share this video on social media. Also, give the video a thumbs up. Really helps the algorithm, and most importantly, commenting and engaging with others in the comments helps to build and promote an active online recovery community. And with that, let's get right to the content. All right, this video is titled 12 Tips to Stay Clean and Sober Through the Holidays. These tips are loosely based on Crossroads suggestions, and a link to the original suggestions will be in the description box below. I found them to be really exciting, and so I went through and I kind of customized it to my experience, and you guys are going to see the same thing. But ultimately, each of these 12 things are something that we really can take from. And so let's start with number one, plan ahead. We want to take our own vehicle to holiday gatherings so we can control our whereabouts. If you don't have a license or your own vehicle, take a sober companion with you for support and pay close attention to relapse triggers. Number two, we want to make self-care a priority through the holidays. So celebrate the holiday by taking care of your body, mind, and soul. We cannot be our very best if we are depleted. So make sure that during the holidays, we are really connecting. I think that's actually one of the things. So we want to certainly make sure that self-care has just got to be important. Number three, increase support. This is, honestly, guys, this is going to be my number one thing. If I had to do a video, which was the number one thing to do to make sure that you stay sober during the holidays, it would be increase your support. We can get overwhelmed with the erratic nature of the season. So as you plan each day in November through December, sorry guys, I didn't put this video out earlier, start with 12-step support as your first priority. Also, more meetings, more contact, more church, increased healthy interactions, and minimize unhealthy content such as movies and media content that may contain or use drinking. And guys, kind of one of the reasons why I put this channel together in this way is there's just not a whole lot of content out there recovery related where you can say, hey, these are my recovery channels on YouTube. A lot of us go to YouTube for other things besides recovery, or maybe there's some church provided content or some real basic videos. But guys, I'd like to see more recovery YouTubers out there. And so I'm raising my hand. I'm doing it. I want to be building a community around this. I would love others to be able to have some recovery content, and we could Zoom each other on YouTube. We could go live. We could do live streams, and let's get a super awesome recovery community going. But ultimately, guys, connection is the way that I've got 2 years of absolute sobriety from alcohol right now as we speak. Number four, be mindful of time spent around your relatives. Know your limits. This, I think we're all going to really grab something from this. We all have our own version of crazy Aunt Mildred who is going to criticize your career choice and make you feel less than, or your Uncle Harry who will insist that you have his famous holiday drink. Some of us have those folks. I don't have the Uncle Harry. I certainly probably have the Aunt Mildred here. And even worse, we most likely have strained family relationships that have been simmering for years. So we want to recognize those things. These cause stress that can lead to rationalize and convince ourselves that we are entitled to a drink or a use. Some of these hungry, angry, lonely, tired will be triggered by Aunt Susie or whoever who says you should be doing something else with your life, and the uncle that adds a drink. You might just go, well, fine, I'm just gonna do it. But guys, instead, surround yourselves with support and loved ones. Be transparent. Let your relatives know that you're that you're sober. And if they don't accept that, then this is going to bring me to, again, I'm getting ahead of myself, but I'll get to that in my next note here. Number 5 is have your props ready. So they're suggesting to have your props ready. What this means is when you arrive to a gathering, immediately grab a non-alcoholic beverage to keep your hands occupied so others won't be inclined to push a drink on you or other things. So guys, if heroin is your thing or whatever, it's probably less likely you're going to be at a family gathering with your aunts and uncles where like people are going to be walking around with heroin. But either way, alcohol, it's not good to substitute. So if you have a addiction that you're working on with heroin or meth or those things of that nature, do not substitute with alcohol. It is not okay to consume alcohol if you have a propensity to filling that void with substance. So if you're trying to stay sober and clean in both, then it's a good idea to keep yourself occupied with a non-alcoholic drink. Number 6, celebrate relationships. Instead of making the event about drinking and eating, intentionally make it about people and building relationships. This means looking forward to establishing real connections. So this might be a way, honestly, guys, for those of you that are working the 12 steps, these holiday gatherings may be a way to work some of that inventory out and to correct some of those wrongs from the past. If you have a cousin that you're disconnected with, it might be an opportunity for them to see a new you, and then you can make a new connection with some of those family members. That would be a great thing to do. Also, number 7, eat well. Oh my gosh, I'm convicted by that one because in the holidays, I probably gain 20 pounds and then hopefully lose it through the rest of the year. But I love to eat during the holidays. However, be proactive and choose healthy food that will make you want to celebrate, not feel guilty or overindulgent. Remember, this is a recovery channel, so some viewers and some people may not have an addiction to substances such as alcohol or tobacco or heroin or meth, and maybe food is your addiction. And so I don't want to make light of that. And if you have a food addiction and you're really working on that, we want to support you here. I admit that I could certainly fall backwards in that area if I don't manage that addiction replacement thing. I could easily substitute, I've let go of tobacco and have about 8 to 9 months there, and I could just easily be trading that for food. And I'm really, really working on not doing that. I've certainly gained some weight since I stopped tobacco, but nothing to the degree that I would be concerned with yet. So hold me accountable, guys, on that one. Number 8 is service, not self. When we can focus on others, we find more joy and gratitude. So look for ways to think about and serve others. Donate your time to your church, to a homeless shelter, food pantry, soup kitchen. These spiritual opportunities allow us to spread happiness and cheer to others. I mean, guys, this is a great way. Plus, especially at a homeless shelter, I used to live at a homeless shelter, and there's a lot of people that are going through addictions at the homeless shelter. So really good place to not just bring cheer, but maybe give a small testimony if you have an opportunity to work in the soup kitchen, and then you're able to eat with individuals at the shelter. Then you can share your story, or you can encourage people, and it's really brings a lot of joy. Number 9, create new traditions. Celebrate the fact that you are reestablishing your own life and a new life as well. That as you affirm your new life or your new self on these festive days, you are choosing to celebrate the new, better, clean, and sober life that you have created. This might mean hosting a sober, festive gathering with friends in recovery. This is a great way, like I said, not planning for these other events where you know that there's going to be, temptations and things of that nature, but you get to create a new tradition and build a new environment and invite people that you know that are clean and sober, and invite people that are in recovery community and put something together. Also, number 10, avoid relapse triggers. All right, there's a lot here, and I don't want to miss any of this. I think I left this one alone because it's got a lot of really good stuff. So let me go ahead and read this, and then if I have any comments, we'll go there. Of all triggers, the most significant can be emotional triggers. No matter if you're in recovery or not, the holiday season is one of the most stressful times of the year. With so many activities squeezed into 1 month, our normal routines get disrupted and people get frustrated and anxious. Also, there's increased demand from your spouse, partner, or other family members. This can lead to feelings of shame, guilt, humility, embarrassment, anger, or depression. The holidays don't have to be perfect. And just like previous years, saying yes when you should be saying no can leave you feeling resentful and overwhelmed. Saying no is perfectly acceptable and it will protect you. I think, I don't have any comments. Just re-watch that or reread that portion because they spell that one out perfectly. Way to go, Crossroads. Certainly did a great job there, guys. Number 11, make sobriety your top priority. If you think about it, all holiday parties are optional. If you don't think the activity is going to be good for your recovery, it's okay not to go. You can politely decline the party invite, but make a lunch date with the host for another day. So that's a way to acknowledge that somebody invited you to the party. You don't want to break that relationship there, but you don't want to be a part of what's going on there. It's okay to say, hey, I'm clean and sober. I'm not going to attend that party because I know that such and such person is going to be there, or Uncle Dave or cousin John, who's drinking a lot, is going to be there, and it's just not going to be a safe place for me. However, I want to make sure that I connect with you, so let's do lunch. And I think they'll be like, hey, I appreciate that. And number 12, last but not least, maintain your spirituality. This is something that I would stress highly. Our commercial world wants us to believe that joy can come from tinsel, booze, and shopping. It sells us on the lie that happiness can be found in these things. Instead, focus on the true spirit of the season. Regardless of your faith or spiritual beliefs, the holidays are about two things, and that's giving and gratitude. When we focus on these things, other things such as resentment, disappointment, anger, worry, self-loathing show up far less and cannot find a foothold in our hearts. Guys, I'm really thankful and grateful for Crossroads 12 ways to stay clean and sober during the holidays, or 12 tips rather. So that's pretty much what I got for this video. That's going to do it. Thank you guys for watching. And remember, many are called, but you are positioned.